pretty sure many of you are aware of me filter. Exactly, me inside square bracket. This filter expression is used inside SharePoint, and you can make SharePoint show you only the list item or the files in a library that they are related to you, or there is a field that contains your name. This is not the SharePoint video. I want to show you how to do exactly the same thing inside PowerApps. So we want to show the list items inside SharePoint, and we want to bring it inside PowerApps, but we want to display only the items that they are related to the current user. Let's see how we can do it, because this is going to be fun. Inside SharePoint Online, I created a list called Projects. It has only one column called Title, and I added Project 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for this list, I want to define a project owner. So let me just add a person field here, and I say project owner. It's a person or group. It accepts only one selection, so you can only add one user because a project can have only one owner. And I click on Save. Now, if I go to this project, I can click on Edit in Grid View, for example. Let's say Ali Reza, and I can say James Smith. I can say Jason Smith, and Bahare as another user. All right, so I just save everything. It's all good. And now if I want to add a filter, let me just create a new view, for example, because I don't want to mess up all items. I create a new view. I call it Projects that I am owner. And I click on Create. So this view is created, but at the moment there's no filter, but I can come here and I can edit this view. And all I need to do, I need to go to the filter and I say show only the items that project owner is equal to me. And I click on OK. If you have been working with SharePoint, you're already familiar with this feature, and it's all good. Now, let's see if you can do this inside PowerApps. To do that, I just copy the URL, I bring it inside PowerApps. Inside PowerApps, I have just one simple project with one screen. I haven't added anything to this. So I just add the connection to SharePoint. There we go. I pick any one of them. I just stick the URL here and I click on Connect. And I pick Projects. And I click on Connect. So I want to pick up only the items that the current user is the project owner. Remember, it's single select, so the project cannot have more than one user. So I just come back here, and while I have the connection to the project, I just insert a data table. There we go. And here, if I just connect it to the projects, you will see all the users here. We don't care about these attachments. I just delete this column. So if I just run it, everything looks good, but I need to filter it by the current user. Inside PowerApps, we have a function called user, which returns the current user information. I can simply show you how it works. Let me just bring it back here, squeeze it a little bit, and if I just insert, for example, a text label here and put it down here, you can see the current user in here, user. I can, for example, display the full name or email or whatever that I want. All right, look at this. So I have the current user and I also have the email, and the project owner is not just a name, it's not text field, it's a record by itself with quite a few fields. So if I just come here, you see by default it shows you the display name, but I can show anything else that I want. For example, email. And this way it just shows email. They are all dummy emails, so who cares? Anyway, I just keep it the way it was. So I say display name, and we are all good. Now, how do we filter that? It's simple. I just pick the data table for the items that it refers to projects. I can say filter. I say pick up the projects that project owner dot email, because we know email is unique, is equal to user dot email. And I just close this chapter. As you can see, it just shows me the project that I am the owner. So far, it's very easy. At the same time, you may notice that it does not show you the delegate warning. Why? Because if you just go to the filter function for the lookup fields, for the user field inside SharePoint, user email is capable of delegation. So even with large data sets, we don't have any problem. Fantastic. So if you have a list and you want to filter it by a person field that has only one value, you're done with this. You can stop watching this video, just like it and get out of here. But if you want to take it to the next level, and instead of just having project owner, if I have person again, and this time I want to call it project team. This time again, it's person or group, but project team is not just one person. I want to be able to add more than one user to this guy. So I can say allow multiple selections, and I click on save. Let me just take it to all items. The filter is hidden here. So I say show hide columns. I need to include the project team here. There we go. And I click on apply. Now, project team can have multiple members. So let me just pick this one, for example. If I say edit, for the project team, I can add myself here. I can add Jason here. And I can click on save. For this one, let's say edit, I can add myself here again. And I also add James Smith, and I click on save. So now project team, although it's a person field, it's an array of person records. So we need a little bit more than that. Let me just add some dummy users here so that we can actually differentiate. So for this one, I would say James Smith. I click on save. And for this one, I can edit and I can change it to Bahare and Jason. Okay. First of all, does the me function also work for the project team? Let's give it a shot. Inside SharePoint, if I create a new view, and I can say my projects, and I click on create, this time I can, again, while my project is created, I can click on edit current view. And again, I can specify a filter, but this time I can pick project team and I can say it's equal to me again. All right, let's click on OK. And you will see it shows me the projects that I am still part of it. So me in square bracket always does its job. Fantastic. But how can we do it inside PowerApps? And this time it's not as easy as you may think. Let's get back to PowerApps and add another screen. I add a new blank screen. And inside this screen, I want to insert a new data table. There we go. And again, I connect it to projects. This time, if I expand it, again, I have project owner, I don't have project team. The reason is that I didn't refresh this guy. There we go, refreshing. And I just need to expand it a little bit. I don't need attachments, project owner is fine. The other field that I need to add is gonna be project team. All right, add. So project team is added. It shows a little bit weird. You can show it properly just by using concat. I've already explained how to work with multi-select fields inside the data table in another video. I just put the link right here if you want to look at it and understand how concat works here. But at the moment, I just do it quickly. It's just a matter of displaying it. Concat. And I want to say concat from the project team, which by itself is a table now. So the value of every record is a table of users. I can say get this record, the current record that you're processing, get the display name, and concatenate it using semicolon space, and I just close it and it shows me all the users. Fantastic. Let me just adjust it a little bit and you're good. So now it shows the project owner and the project team, but I want it to display only the projects that I am part of its team. And this is how we do it. Just make sure you pick the data table, and inside the items for the projects, I would say filter. Duh, what else were you expecting? And after that, I want to say when the user dot email is in the array that contains all the emails of the current item in the project team. How? This record refers to the current record here in the whole table. This record has a column called project team, right? And the project team has multiple columns. One of them is email. Just keep that in mind. When you have a table and you put dot one of the field names, it returns you a single column table that contains only that field, which is great because now we are specifically looking for this field inside this column. I just close this and we are good. I can save it and run it, and it only shows me the records that I am part of the project team. And if you're still here, I assume you liked the video, so show me some love and push that like button. And I really appreciate if you push that subscribe button because I'm that close to hit 10,000 subscriber mark. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.